Okay, thank you, Mr. Mayor. I can confirm that the recording and the live streaming has begun. We are now in open session. Before we proceed, we will just move forward with a motion to extend the time as we are approaching 1 p.m. So I'd be looking for a mover and a seconder for the motion that the rules and procedures contained within the bylaw be suspended and that the curfew be extended until 1:30.
Councilor Nesnick, you'll move the motion, and Councilor Wink, you will second, please. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. And sorry, my mistake. We do have a motion to reconvene the regular meeting of council. And that is moved by Councilor Olson, seconded by Councilor Nisnik.
Okay, thank you. So now we're in an open session. Just like to say that we had a wholesome discussion in camera. Before we call the vote, any other comments going forward? I've not seen any. So, Madam Clerk, please proceed with the vote.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. So sorry, that is to reconvene the regular meeting of council and adjourn with the reports.
sorry.
And I would just make a note on an open session here that I have received a report from council to proceed with the direct appointment of the Niagara Regional Council vote this afternoon, which will occur following this motion. So to you, Mr. Mayor, just a motion to reconvene the regular meeting.
I'm sorry.
No problem.
A motion to reconvene. All those in favor? I see none opposed. Meeting is now reconvened in open session.
Excellent. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Before we head to the regional council vote, I have a motion moved by Councilor Nisnik, seconded by Councilor Hildebrand. Be it resolved that council appoint the following individual to the Pelham Seniors Advisory Committee, Laura Mikovic, and that council direct the clerk to prepare and present the bylaw at the next regular meeting of council. To Mr. Mayor.
Okay, thank you. I'll call the vote. All those in favor? See none opposed. Motion carries.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. And that brings us to the vote for the direct appointment of an applicant to Niagara Regional Council. Per the council vacancy policy, Mr. Mayor, I will be presiding over this vote.
But before you begin,
Yes.
may I? So as mayor and representing this council, I'd just like to thank all 9 applicants that put their name forward for this position. It was great to see that kind of interest in the community, and I can only hope that this same interest continues to grow when we have our next election in 2026. And again, we had some great candidates come forward. And on behalf of council, we thank you for putting your name and taking that step into the public service realm. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. So I will proceed with calling upon each member of council in alphabetical order by surname. Each member shall indicate their chosen candidate by verbally stating their name. The applicant who receives the majority of votes will be deemed the successful candidate. If no candidate secures a majority, the applicant with the fewest votes, along with any member who received no votes, will be eliminated. In the event there is a tie for the lowest number of votes, I will randomly draw one of the tied names from a hat, and that individual will be eliminated. This process will continue until a majority winner has been determined. If we do reach a final tie between 2 candidates, I will place each name into a hat and randomly select one, and that individual will be the successful candidate. So proceeding with the vote, we will begin with Councillor Eckert.
Frank Adamson. Sorry. Frank Adamson.
Thank you. Councillor Hildebrand.
Councilor Olson.
Thank you. Mayor Junkin.
Councilor Olson.
Thank you. Councillor Kerr.
Councilor Olson.
Councillor Nisnik.
Wayne Olson.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Councillor Wayne Olson has received the majority of votes and has been determined to be the successful candidate. With that in mind, we will then proceed to a motion to appoint Councillor Olson.
Thank you. So we need a motion.
So I'd be looking for a mover and a seconder on the following motion. Be it resolved that Council of the Town of Pelham recommend that Councillor Wayne Olson be directly appointed to the position of Councillor Regional Municipality of Niagara for the remainder of the 2022-2026 term, with a start date to be determined by Wayne Olson in consultation with the clerk and Niagara Regional Clerk, and that the clerk be directed to notify the Niagara Region of this recommendation. To Mr. Mayor for a mover and a seconder.
Councilor Kerr, will you move it? And Councilor Hildebrand, will you second? Thank you very much. Any further discussion on this motion before us? Not seeing any. On the motion, sure, all those in favor? And I see none opposed. Madam Clerk?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. That brings you to item 21 of the agenda.
Wait, perhaps I should go back. I'm sorry. Council Olson, congratulations on moving to Regional Council. Well, you're allowed 30 seconds to express.
A whole 30 seconds?
Yes,
Mr. Mayor? Well,
yes.
No, I appreciate very much the vote of confidence that I've received this afternoon. And I'm also very mindful of the work that staff has done to do this in different circumstances. And the opinions of everyone. I've listened carefully to, the thoughts and concerns of other people here. And I read carefully the notes that were submitted by the other candidates, and I appreciate them as well. And as the mayor said, appreciate people stepping forward to put their names forward. It's not always an easy thing to do, and it's something that we should acknowledge and appreciate, which I'm glad you've done, Mr. Mayor. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, thank you, Council Olson. I turn to the mayor, or to the clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I do understand that a member of council would like to make a subsequent motion on the voting process to fill this vacancy.
Oh, God, Councilor Kurt.
Yes, since we've gone through this, my motion will be to follow the same procedure that we have followed for the replacement of the regional counselor, that we do an application process as the option and follow the exact same criteria as we did for the regional council position.
Thank you. I need a seconder. Council Nesnick, you will second. Thank you. Any discussion on this? Again, just like to say that I think this process, fill the regional council seat, we had great participants, great applicants come in, and I'm looking for great applicants coming to take up their spot on the Pelham Town Council. And I think every council here is cognizant of the fact that it is a relatively short term, and that the $40,000 or $50,000 that would have been spent on an election can certainly be spent on other areas of the town. And I think that this is for sure a great way forward to fill this seat. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I do understand the CIO has some additional commentary.
To the CAO.
I think the motion makes good sense, is administratively simple. But for clarity, if we're to essentially do a carbon copy of what we've just experienced, this would result in, if it's acceptable to council on Friday, which is, say, 48 hours from now, we'd put out sort of the criteria, which happen to be the same, by the by. If you are legal age and a resident of the municipality or own property in the municipality, you can run for this. You don't have to specifically live in the ward or own a business in the ward within the municipality as a whole. And then on Monday, the corporation would start accepting applications just like we did the last time round. So that'd be Friday, there'd be some announcement on our social media channels and our website, and on the Monday we'd start accepting job applications to result in a similar process at the next meeting, which is April
16th.
April 1-6. If that's what we understand, then happy to take that as direction.
Councilor Kerr, that's, go ahead.
Yes, that's my intention, and knowing that I have to carry a load for a while, and I can, contrary to maybe some people's thought of what I do, but yes, that was the intention.
Bob says he'll chip in and help.
Excellent. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. We still do need a vote on that direction.
All those in favor of this motion? I see none opposed. Motion carries. We look forward to that going out. That will be on the town website, obviously. Yes?
Correct.
Thank you.
Yes, we do have an existing council vacancy page, so I will just keep that page active and upload the new information. Mr. Mayor, that brings you to item 21, and I have a motion put forth by Councilor Niznik, seconded by Councilor Wink. Be it resolved that the following be read a first, second, and third time and passed, being a bylaw 1820 2025, to adopt, ratify, and confirm the proceedings of council of the town of Pelham at its regular meeting on the 26th day of March 2025. To you, Mr. Mayor.
I thank you. Any further discussion? Not seeing any. All those in favor? I see none opposed. Motion carries.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. That brings you to adjournment. I have a motion put forward by Deputy Mayor Eckert, seconded by Councillor Olson. Be it resolved that this regular meeting of council be adjourned until the next regular meeting scheduled for April 16th, 2025 at 9 a.m. To you, Mr. Mayor.
Yep, thank you. All those in favor? See none opposed. Meeting is adjourned.